This is an old SuperCat 20 in my backyard. The SuperCat 20, in its original telescoping configuration, trailered at 8 feet, and using concentric tubes for the beams, sailed at 12 feet. So those beams telescope in. Now this is sitting on a Trailex trailer, one of the aluminum trailers. Trailex is still around. This is an awful trailer. They in the short term, I suppose they're fine, but when it's as old as this one, 40 plus years old, the steel fasteners they use attack the aluminum, and really, really severely. The corrosion that's taken place around some of these fasteners is just epic, but I'm not going to dwell on that. It is I think, an excellent platform for experimentation, because it's really like a big mechano set. You can add bits and pieces, and all the extrusions have, if you look closely, channels for T bolts in them, which means that I'm going to be able to add hardware and mess around with them in order to try to achieve my end, which is completely automating the extension and retraction of these hulls. Each of the arms you see that are sitting on rollers below the main aft strut in the trailer extends out 2 feet. So what I'm trying to do here is expand symmetrically, 2 feet per side, with the boat still centered on the trailer, unlike the asymmetric steel trailer that Bill Roberts built for this boat. Now, since it's winter, that's why it's covered in snow, folks, I decided that the best way to keep working on this thing over through the winter until spring is, shut up, cat, is to build a scale model. So that's what I've got here. And there's the noisy cat, thinking she's going to get treats now, but hey, stupid, it's not supper time. So here's the quarter scale model that I built over Christmas. And after considering and discarding the use of hydraulics and linear electric actuators, screw actuators, I finally hit on the notion that just running a single jackshaft down the center strut of the trailer would give me the ability to fully extend and retract all of those arms with a minimum of mechanism, and also a minimum of rope length. And I'm going to be using Amsteel rather than actual steel wire, and the minimum of turning of those. So here it is, extending out and retracting in again, and you can see everything is taking place completely symmetrically. So here's a close-up of one of the struts going out. This just winds directly around the shaft. My plan is for that central shaft is to use a piece of 3/4 inch stainless round bar stock, just going through Delrin blocks. I considered initially, I thought I was going to use off-the-shelf pillow bearings, but the smallest ones are about 5 inches wide, the castings, and this the extrusion on the actual trailer is only 2 inches wide. So I'll just be mounting a series of Delrin blocks on there with holes bored through them, and 3, maybe 4 of them, in order to control the bending, because I know this thing is going to get stepped on when people are loading their boats on and off the trailer. People meaning me. But in conversation with other sailors, it's not just the small number of SuperCat 20s that stand to benefit from this, not just the telescoping boats, but it might also be of interest to the people who have 20s with fixed beams that they carry on knockdown trailers. So this would help them assemble those boats when they get to water. And I'm also discussing this with a friend of mine who's engaged in messing around with a 27-foot stiletto to see whether it might work for him too. So one more time, and in real life, I see not just the possibility of using a crankback here, although I don't yet know what kind of torque is going to be required in the real world to get this whole thing to move. But it'll probably be run with a little DC 12-volt gear motor, possibly even a winch motor up in the front of the trailer, which possibly may be used for raising the mast as well via a gym pole. So that's what I got so far. I decided to do a little longer video of this because the first one I did, 9 seconds just of the trailer animation, got put on YouTube Shorts, and YouTube Shorts is stupid and annoying. So we'll see how this thing goes.